With every spin, the world feels clear. The smell
All
of
right,
cedar
good morning,
fills
everybody.
the air. Grumpy's kingdom beyond compare. Wood
We
chips
should
fall
be
like a
going
gentle
here.
rain. Each piece secure for the ache and strain. Fingers trace the grain so fine. In every groove a story divine. Cedar in each hand, oh what a day. The scent of the wood takes stress away. Dust is dancing under workshop lights. Crafting joy in the quiet night.
There it is. All right, good morning, y'all. We should be up and going now. I tried adjusting my daggum zoom on this. I thought I had it adjusted out better, but I guess it didn't. I'm still trying to understand that OBS and setting everything up.
Stress and pain melt far from sight. Cedar Wonderland feels just right. Cedar in each hand, oh what a day. The scent of the wood takes stress away. Dust is dancing under workshop lights. Crafting joy in the quiet night.
Gonna go through and finish painting this one up today though. I'm fixing to mix up some paint for the suit right there. I think I'm gonna go with a mix between yellow and orange. And if I set it up right, the playlist should have a ton of songs to bounce through today. Go through and check, make sure it's set right there. I'll do that here directly. I'm just getting my morning meds here situated. It's not as cold today. It was wet and rainy all day yesterday. Hey, good morning, Mandy. I missed yesterday's early morning live. I thought I was going to be out here doing it, but I forgot I had blood work scheduled for like 6:50 in the morning. And that way the wife would have her truck for work. And then went and got the blood work done, come back, and I just felt blah the rest of the day. So I didn't do nothing. I just lurked in everybody's lives all day. All right.
Grumpy Lake LaidBak sitting in the shed, scuffling with the wood piece in his head. Roach clips cracked and each one's a gem. Workshop therapy, carve problems.
I want to play with these colors. I'm still undecided on how I want to do the background. I want to paint the whole background and try to make it cosmic, but I'm afraid as soon as I slap that paint on there, I'm going to mess it up. So I don't know how I'm doing that yet. But I am going to take the suit and go through between I'm going to take orange and probably yellow. Probably gonna go, not sure which one I want heavier. The whole blood work thing normally don't bother me. I'll go donate and everything like that, and it doesn't bother me. But for some reason, that little bit, I mean, they didn't take much, just 3 little tubes, I think it was, but I don't understand it. It's never done me like that before. Shaking up my paint and stuff over here.
Therapeutic dreams flow with ease, crafting cool creations on 2 hands. Grumpy's therapy, never underhanded. With his worries, chisel in hand. Lighting up the stogie.
And today is my baby's birthday. He ain't no damn baby no more. And he is 19. You make me feel old. Let's see, we'll go with some yellow. Let's see how bad we can mess this up. We're gonna put some yellow with a little bit of orange. Mix those 2 up and see what they do. Need to go jack the. Let's see, no, that's too small. All right, I'll throw it on there. I'll see it like that, and I should be able to. Good morning, Mr. Johnny. How are you doing this morning? I gotta pull up Amazon, see what they're doing. we still waiting for that daggum dust collector. I don't even think they've shipped it out yet.
Welcome to the shop, gears grind, sparks ignite. Lace spin steady, cutting dreams in the night. Epoxy drips slow like a teardrop falling. Roach clips crafted, pain medication calling. Roll the therapy sessions in progression like subscribe. Cosmic confession, aliens fly by, curious, no aggression. We tell them the deal, your subscription's free, no question.
Let's give that a little more orange. Alright, you gotta like eat up that orange. I ordered some 7mm bushings though. Said that they were compatible with a bunch of the slimlines, and there was a whole list of pin kits that it was compatible for. So that's a start. So I got my mandrel and everything to start doing the pins. I just need the bushings and, you know, the kits. So just gotta slowly start stacking that stuff up again. Space-time bends when the craft takes flight. Roach clips gleam in the UFO light. Show rototherapy sessions in progression like
subscribe. Cosmic confession. Aliens fly by, curious, no aggression. We tell them the deal, yo, subscription's free, no question.
Still too much yellow looking. I want to color up just a little bit more. Just a drop or two of the red in there. Start with just a drop. Oh, there we go.
Laid back, carving, steady hand devotion.
And we'll go with
Epoxy
it.
shines bright, clouded in emotion.
I don't know what color you want to call that, though. Creamy, boogery orange it is. It's not yellow.
Like ocean foam motion. Aliens in the smoke, they whisper truth. Medication rolled tight, sparking the roots. Chronic pain, a ghost, fades in the booth. Creating our escape, these forms be proof. Roach clips glowing, fingertips control. Therapy the mission, fire feeds the soul. Ink in the wood.
Ooh, I hope everybody's got some good coffee this morning.
Lost in creation, feeling fully whole. Epoxy drips clean, blocks the vibe in time.
Brushes are
Therapy
clean.
eternal, sculpted line by line. Pain fades silent, buzzed up the climb.
I didn't even work on Wednesday's video yesterday, and that's what I should have been doing. Alright, y'all, here we go. Ain't no turning back now. This is the part that always gets to me. Oh, and we started.
Aliens in the smoke, they whisper truth. Medication rolled tight, sparking the roots. Chronic pain, a ghost, fades in the booth. Creating our escape, these forms be proof. Grumpy's craft cuts through that ether haze. Shoving demons aside, calling brighter days. Therapeutic fiction set the world ablaze. Creation keeps healing, we move through the maze. Grumpy's in the lab, chemicals collide. Yellow for the glow, black where shadows hide. Lace spin smooth, therapy in the stack. Paint carved in the grain, no time to look back. Epoxy roach clips spun tight from the night. Color screaming loud, pain fused in the fight. Crafted from the chaos, hands bleed for the art. Epoxy therapy, where the healing starts.
Oh no, come on. Alright, paper towels. I need the boo-boo rag.
Each strip of confession, sins washed away. Yellow sparks bright, black eats the light. The laid hums a hymn, turning wrongs to right.
Where'd that toothpick go? I put the toothpick out earlier. Did I put it back in there? Oh, there it is.
Shadows in the grooves, ghosts etched in the grain. Epoxy binds the cracks, sealing up the pain. Epoxy roach clips spun tight from the night. Colors screaming loud, pain fused in the fight. Crafting from the chaos, hands bleed for the art. Epoxy therapy, where the healing starts. Yellow glows bright, black swallows the sun. The work ain't ever finished, the fight's never done.
I do not think I can switch to vertical or switch my profile while I'm on. No, I can't. Put y'all back into just regular horizontal mode, but I can't do it. Hey, good morning, Badgie. How you doing today?
Grumpy's epoxy, these roach clips tight. Aliens land, instant hype, no fright. Smoking medication, sky high flight.
Make sure it's gonna have this really intense glow.
UV rays hit the
I like the color in the little paint thing, but now that it's hitting the board and drying, I don't like the look of it.
Laid back carvings, vibrations
It's there.
ignite. In the lab, mixing colors, pure delight. Like and subscribe, join the vibe. Aliens in the workshop, let's inscribe. Grumpy's chronic pain, no need to hide. Epoxy brilliance, ride the tide. Roach clips in hand, extraterrestrial band. Crafting our dreams, it's all pre-planned.
Ooh, I hate that. That's the one thing I do not like about wintertime is having to stress the pipes and stuff when it gets cold. That was us when we got that snowstorm. That was I'm a worry wart. I'll start worrying about every damn thing under the sun. And that snowstorm we had, when that come through here, I just knew we was gonna have busted pipes and stuff, but we got lucky on that.
Workshop whispers, tales of the beyond. Epoxy creations, infinite bond. Roll up reality, spaceships spawned. Chronic pain fades, therapeutic dawn. Workshop whispers, tales of the beyond. Epoxy creations, infinite bond. Roll up reality, spaceships spawned. Chronic pain fades, therapeutic dawn. Workshop whispers, tales of the beyond. Epoxy creations, infinite.
Hey, good morning, Miss Plywood. Hope you're doing good today.
Reality, spaceships spawned. Chronic pain fades, therapeutic
I'm
dawn.
still waiting on my dust collector, as you can see. I am jonesing to get back on my lathe.
Grumpy's epoxy, these roach clips tight. Aliens land, instant hype, no fright. Smoking medication, sky high flight. Workshop therapy, chronic pain, good night.
Grumpy spun the wood till it morphed out of shape. Lathe humming, hands moving, craft and fate. Epoxy drips, binds bugs in a sculptor's twist. Zen found in the fog, some aliens miss. Eyes bloodshot, medicated, soul kissed. Peace found among aliens in the mist. Chronic pain,
Nice.
anxieties dismissed. Like to the tribe, spark flames in the abyss. Shadings fall like dreams cut from the grave. Turning, spinning out of pain. Workshop whispers, secrets only hands know. Therapy in motion, the vibe slow glow. Tools clicking like a metronome sway.
I'm gonna have to set up outside and start doing some power carving. Got Wowie's Workshop, he's got a watcher challenge going on. Carve a watcher. You got to jump on that. And then Jordy Johnson has a little Christmas challenge deal going on. Do like a Santa's workshop kind of thing, and then have like a little Santa or an elf style carving to go with it. And it could be one piece or it could be separate pieces, kind of like a gnome home looking thing with a little elf or Santa Claus or something to that effect. I got an idea of what I can do for that to where it'll work out both. I can get the challenge done and then also get some pieces from my table. I made a little workshop, elf shop thing like a vape holder. And then put a little character next to it, I guess. Out of the haze came purpose and hope. Aliens nodding props to the craft, no hate. Epoxy vibes outlasted the hands of fate. I procrastinate, and wait for my dust collector to get here. It won't get here in time, and then I won't get them challenges done, and then that'll mess me all up. Grumpy, spun the wood till it morphed out of shape. Goodness, you ain't been to bed yet, probably. Epoxy drips, binds bugs in a sculptor's twist. Zen found in the do you like Bazzy? Do you work nights? Bloodshot, medicated, soul kissed. Peace found among aliens in the mist. Chronic pain's a ghost. Anxiety's dismissed. Like to the tribe. Like me, I get to hurting sometimes and can't sleep. I was like that earlier in the week. I woke up without the alarm clock. I was not comfortable. Did that this morning too. Woke up about 3 o'clock, but I laid back down. Workshop, whisper secrets only hands know. Therapy in motion, the vibe slow glow. 10 to 6. Tools clicking like a metronome sway. Echoes of planets, Grumpy's out playing away. Red beams of light, spaceship vibes. I guess the worst nighttime shifts I ever had was when I was repoing cars. I used to repo back when I was younger, and there wasn't no shifts for that. Because I didn't start off as a repo guy. I started off working for a repo company, doing data processing, that and doing the condition reports and inventory in the property. You repossess a car, if that thing's full of junk, you got to go through and write every single thing down that you find in that car, put it in a box, put it in storage, all that kind of mess. Legally, that's what you're supposed to do, or at least back then. But that's what I started off doing, was doing those reports and then doing, like I said, putting the information into there. Doing the data processing. We would get the information for repos over the fax machines or whatnot, and then I'd have to turn around and put it to my company's paperwork and whatnot, so the repo guys knew what they were doing. And doing that, after a while, the repo man says, "Hey, it's time for licensing. You want to do this?" I said, "Sure." They sent me to South Florida to get my repo license. They paid for it and everything while I was working for them, but that's a different story. But that's when I did my nighttime work. I would work all day in the office, putting in the accounts and everything. And then the boss man would come up to me, "Meet me at such and such tonight, 10 o'clock, we're going repoing." I'm like, "Dude, I've been here all day working." But it didn't matter. It was a rush. I had too much of a conscience, though. It's not something I could continue doing. After a while, it started getting to me. And you had punks that would buy a car, and then deliberately not pay for it and see how long they could get away with it. Those kind of repos I had no problem going after. But when I'd get to a yard and go to pick up a car and the daggum thing's full of car seats and there's toys all in the yard and stuff like that, and some lady comes out crying, "Don't take my car," that was hard.
time's a roulette wheel. Grumpy calls the spins.
That was in my younger days. I was not. I was just over. Hell, how old was I? I was in my 20s, early 20s.
Every turn, every twist holds a little more.
Early 20s, because I remember now we went by one of the casinos and I couldn't go in the damn thing, or I didn't think I could go in because I wasn't 21. I was like, I'm not going in there. Oh, come on, you're with me. The boss man was real arrogant. He had him a little bit of money and just thought he was the crowd.
The therapy hum of machines as it begins. Turn the world into grooves. We twist in the vibe. Hit the bell, like and subscribe to the tribe. Lay spirals, carve out our stories in smoke. Art and remedy blend. That's the inside joke.
That was about the worst of my night times. And then I worked at Burger King a long time ago, and they were trying to make me a manager, so I had to learn to open, and I wanted to be closing manager, because that was when I was a night owl real bad. I didn't want to work more than a day shift, but I had to get in there and work morning shift. I had to learn to open the store, and then do morning rush, midday rush, lunch rush, and then go to the evening.
As it begins, turn the world into grooves. We twist in the vibe. Hit the bell, like and subscribe to the tribe. Lay spirals, carve out our stories in smoke. Art and remedy blend. That's the inside joke. Crafted cures where the resin drips. Epoxy roach clips, fingertips equipped. Medicated therapy, glow flows thick. Chronic pain fades, it's a real slick trick. Aliens in the smoke, shadows in the air.
Got my little water cup and wash off my paintbrush and to move it. All right, Mr. Johnny, you have a good day.
Grumpy's laid back, carving for the soul, shaping cloudy dreams, watch the colors roll. Hand steady, mind free, this joint's patrol. Roach clips bonded, stories to unfold. Therapy's the wood grain, the blade's our guide. Healing in creation, it's where we reside. Pain dressed in smoke, where aliens hide. Through the haze we thrive, let fears subside. Medication rolled tighter than the bass drum. Creativity sparks where the darkness comes. Shadows in the flicker, pieces succumb. We craft peace in the chaos until we're numb. Aliens in the smoke, shadows in the air. Floating through the space like I just don't care. Creating's how we heal, no pill compares. Anxiety dissolves, now time feels rare. In the smoke, shadows in the air, floating through the space like I just don't care. Creating's how we heal, no pill compares. Anxiety dissolves, now time feels rare. Aliens in the smoke, shadows in the air, floating through the space like I just don't care. Creating's how we heal, no pill compares. Anxiety dissolves.
Definitely got some stiffness in my upper back today.
Crafted cures where the resin drips. Epoxy roach clips, fingertips equipped. Medicated therapy, glow flows thick. Chronic pain fades, it's a real slick trick. Aliens in the smoke, shadows in the air, floating through the space like I just don't care. Creating's how we heal, no pill compares. Anxiety dissolves, now time feels rare. Grumpy's laid back, carving for the soul. Shaping cloudy dreams, watch the colors roll. Hand steady, mind free, this joint's patrol. Roach clips bonded, stories to unfold. Therapy's the wood grain, the blades our guide. Healing in creation, it's where we reside. Pain dressed in smoke, where aliens hide. Through the haze we thrive, let fears subside. Medication rolled tighter than the bass drum. Creativity sparks where the darkness comes. Shadows in the flicker, pieces succumb. We craft peace in the chaos until we're numb. Aliens in the smoke, shadows in the air. Floating through the space like I just don't care. Creating's how we heal, no pill compares. Anxiety dissolves, now time feels rare. Like I just don't care, creating's how we heal, no pill compares. Anxiety dissolves, now time feels rare.
Hey, good morning, soldier. Oh, hold on. I thought I did this a while back.
Epoxy shines in the light of day. Carving covers that gleam so tight.
There you go.
Aliens watching from the edge of sight.
You should have your wrench now, soldier. Ah, there you are, blue.
Stress gets carved with every groove. Like and subscribe.
Thought I'd already given you a wrench. You got one now. No, you're welcome. Thank you for tuning in.
Shapes take form under a steady eye. Aliens peeking, trying to invade, but Grumpy's got skills they can't evade. Aliens in the workshop messing around. Grumpy's carving skills are world renowned. Stress gets carved with every groove. Like and subscribe, watch the mood improve. They touch the tools, they knock stuff down. Little green hands trying to steal the crown, but with every cut.
Yeah, Mike tried to go out to the who did the music. I did my music. You like it? I love it. No, seriously, I did. I used AI, used Suno. I pay for that subscription. That's about one of the only daggum things I pay for monthly. So I could have the rights to use it in my videos. But yeah, that's one thing I do. I work on my music dang near as much as I do the videos. It's AI. I have to go through and fill in song information, stuff like that. You know, what kind of style of music you want it to be, instrumental stuff, all that kind of mess. What do you mean? Can the link for the app or It's just suno.com, Suno. And you can use it on your mobile or PC, but you get way better options and results off of the PC. You can do it. I mean, you can literally play with it and tell it, you know, the styles of music you want. Let's see, there's a bunch of different ways to use it. If you're musical, if you can say write your own lyrics, write your own kind of songs, you can put just your lyrics in there. That's it, suno.com, yes sir. But you could put just your lyrics in there and it'll add music to that. Or you can add your own music you know, and it'll add lyrics to that. I mean, it's back and forth. There's a lot of different options and stuff that you can do for it. Like I said, it is a lot better to go on the computer and look into using it, because you get more options and stuff like that. The mobile doesn't give you all the bells and whistles. Like, you have personas. It's hard to explain the persona setup, but it's like the more you make songs using certain styles and certain voices or whatever, it's like, ooh, I like that song. You can add that to your persona list, and it's like the AI turns around and it's making a band that's pretty much going to play the music how you want it to hear or sound most of the time. And so I have 2 different personas saved in my system, but I use one of them all the time, and that gives me my main jingle. That's how most of my songs have the same kind of rhythm to the music, you know. But that's off the personas that you use. They come out with the 5.0 version of the app, and it messed up my personas altogether. I'd go to make my music and it didn't sound nothing like it. I mean, the songs were still coming out good, but it didn't have my sound. You know, like, that's not gonna work. I don't know. I ended up having to roll back to the older version. I don't like the 5.0 version of it.
Carve your troubles, let them fly. Feel the peace you can't deny.
But yeah, you can change it all up. Straight up blues. Like, let's see. Let me finish this little helmet right here, and I'll pull it up on the computer and I can go through it. I forgot about that. I can move my camera over there and actually show you what I do. But I like all kind of music. I got a wide daggum. I mean, people would be surprised listening to this, hearing some of the music I listen to, and then all of a sudden listening to something else. They're like, "You put that on?" Like, yeah, man, I listen to every dang thing. You know, I love country, rock, old rock, new rock, heavy metal, rap. I mean, I like it all. If it's got a beat makes my foot bop, I mean, I'm gonna get on with it, you know.
Grumpy's hands work through the grain, carving tales to numb the pain.
Yeah, I was one of them little, I say little, I wasn't little. I was one of them country boys that rode around. I had a mullet. No, my daggone mullet was long, but at the same time, I had 2 12s in my car with bass and everything. I'd go down the road bumping like crazy. Yeah, I live in a little redneck country town, and so you have other rednecks out there being a little ignorant. Turn that blip 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 stuff off, being ugly about it all. And I'd pull up to them. I said, "It ain't blip blip music, fool. It's Hank Williams." I'd be bumping Hank Williams or something like that, and they'd get mad and just walk off. But it was funny. That's how I used to do it. And then hip-hop, when that hip-hop come out, that was just awesome. That country, that wannabe country rap, whatever they want to call it. Some of it's good. Some of it's just a bunch of angry rednecks getting crazy, and I just don't care to listen to that. But but the other stuff, like I said, I like it. I just like the bass. And something about that bass was just always caught my attention.
My soul restored where demons hide. Grumpy's laid back masterpiece brings carved out chaos, sweet release.
Oh, good morning. I got you a wrench today. Where you at? You still here? Oh, I don't know how to say your tag. Now it's not wanting to stay at the bottom of my chat. Alright, we'll get back to it.
Dust flies, wood grind.
Hey, I loved my stereo. That was one thing I did. I would build my own speaker boxes and all that stuff. Whenever I had my vehicle, aftermarket radios, I would install all that stuff. I was the radio guy in the neighborhood. Radio amps, that was my jam.
Chisel songs, wood grain sing.
Running the wires and stuff like that for your speakers and stuff to go to the back, I would run all that under the carpet, you know, take the carpet loose, hide it all, make sure it didn't get pinched, put the capacitors and stuff in there for the big bass. And my old trucks, they had the little undercarriage lights and stuff on them back when I could do that stuff. Sucks is because whenever I was doing it the most, police would give us a hard damn time about lights and stuff under your cars and crap like that. And now you got daggum lights in the headlights, rings around the headlights. They got all kind of colors and stuff, and they don't say nothing to nobody. They'd give me a hard time with my old stuff because it was the light set I had like 7 different colors of lights that it would rotate through. It was those big tubes undercarriage sets, but it wasn't the fluorescence. I had the LEDs going under mine, so it was a little bit brighter. Looked good. But it would flash, strobe. You had all different kind of patterns and stuff that you could put in there for it. And like I said, I got harassed for mine a lot. I didn't drive around with it flashing or nothing, but like I said, cops around here just didn't have nothing better to do, I guess. Yeah, I had my stages with the music. I guess when I was doing my rock, before I got into the bass, I guess the only reason I had my stages is because I couldn't afford the bass yet. But my stereo, oh my goodness, I had as many speakers hooked up to that thing as I could hook up, and then you could switch your wiring between positive and negative on your setup, and it would change it a little bit, kind of like an amp, you know. Instead of it having bass come through, if you switched it, you kind of cut your bass out a little bit and it was more treble. I did that to most of my stuff, so I had that screaming treble, but just no bass. And I imagine that's probably what helped tear my ears to pieces. But then, like I said, after that, I started saving up and started doing the bass itself. And that was funny in itself because my first car was a 73 Dodge Dart Custom 4-door. And I put some 12s in the back of that thing, and when the bass hit, oh my goodness, it's surprised it didn't fall to pieces because of all the rust and stuff on there, but it would vibrate and rattle from the trunk all the way to the hood. It's like, boom, but it would, it would just make a god-awful racket on the outside of the car. Sparks flying as day moves along. In Grumpy's world, nothing's ever wrong. Smoke trails between fingers so sure. Grumpy's breathing deep, feeling the cure. Wood becomes art on a whim that's pure. Crafted stories scroll through the door. Sunsets casting long soft beams. Alright, I can get in a little bit of that morning go juice. I ain't messed with none of it yet. Silent as it seems. Grumpy smiles, heart in streams. Let's make this a wood burning song. Talk about Dad's TV to theater style. That was excuse me, when we were younger in the neighborhood, that's what us kids did, was have like little neighborhood rivalries. And I was like, my dad's stereo is better than yours. Junk like that. And we're living, heck, half a block apart, you know, and I'd go home, turn on my dad's stereo with the old Beastie Boys or something jamming in it, bumping like crazy. And my dad's radio it had it was a Pioneer. It had 8-inch woofers in the speakers. And my buddy down the road, his dad's stereo had 10s and 12s in the speakers, and we're sitting there trying to have bass competitions between each other. I tweaked the radio, changed all the settings around when my dad was gone, and then I had to put it back before he got home. And he was real picky about that stuff. He'd know if it wasn't right. That was funny.
Epoxy river running lighter cases on the creek. Roach clips in the glow.
Crazy crap we would do, I guess.
Carving late nights, therapy on repeat. Alien vibes hit wild, art'll never retreat. Grumpy's batshit crazy, meds in a haze. Roll type medication, floating outer space. Glows in the dark.
But you see here, this song, it's got that hip hop kind of melody to it, you know, it's kind of rap, but country, and just, yeah, my music's just a little bit of everything.
Sharp blade cutting, pouring epoxy to life. Each stroke sculpt, chaos channel the strife. Aliens whisper notes, transmit them precise. Out of this world, roach clip got that spice.
That was my dad. He was, blowed my brain, because I would listen to that rap on his stereo and be bumping and booming like crazy. And then he would come home with his little, what you got that damn shit going? He just had his little attitude, the way he'd say stuff and everything. It did. I'd sit there, and I was always outside when I was younger most of the time. And then when he'd come home, he'd have his radio jamming or something like that. And I'd be up in the tree or on the back of the house, and he wouldn't even know I'm outside. And I'm listening to his radio, and he's listening to the rap channel. But he's listening to it on Throwback Thursdays or something like that. And it was the older rap songs playing. And he'd be jamming and singing to the stuff. I'm like, I didn't know you listened to that. I think that's where I kind of picked up just that, and being in band and everything, playing musical instruments. You hear that beat, you hear that rhythm, you know. All songs has got a beat and a rhythm, you know. Not just musical, I guess.
Grumpy's batshit crazy, meds in a haze. Roll type medication, floating outer space. Glows in the dark, magic lit through the maze. Hit that like, subscribe, ride to create a blaze.
Let's open up my Suno. Load my persona up. Alright, for my styles, for my music, like I said, you go into your music thing and you have styles. So you can put in what styles of music you want to listen to. Turkish folk music, solo piano, guitar, I mean, you name it. Banjo, recorder, it don't matter. You can pick what kind of music. And then I got in there rap, rock, relaxing, acoustic, laid back, chilled vibes, hip hop, calm, inviting. I got all that slapped up in there, and it gives me my little crazy tune, you know, my sound. And then when you're making your songs, you got a slider down here for weirdness. You got like a 0 to 100 scale for weirdness, then style influence, audio influence, lyric mode, manual or auto. You can choose it be male or female voices. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff you can do with it, but you got to pay. You can play with it without paying for it and have all the bells and whistles and make some crazy stuff, but you do not have the rights to that music if you're not paying for it. So you can make it, and hey, good morning, Billy. And you go putting it on a video or something, if you're monetized, you could catch a copyright strike or something like that, you know, in that aspect of it. But at the same time, it's their pro subscriptions, $10 a month. That gives you like 2,500 credits, and I think it only takes like 5 credits, and that produces you 2 songs. So you can make a bunch of music with the $10 a month. And then everything you make while you are using it is yours. You own every bit of the rights, and then even say you get it for a month, make a month worth of songs, and then you don't pay for it the next month, those are still all your songs, and you can still use them for monetization. You just got to keep your invoice, keep your receipts. You know, they'll email you an invoice that you paid for your monthly and all this stuff. You just keep all that. You know, that way if they try to say, oh, you wasn't paying, you got proof that you paid. And then you can download it, MP4, MP3, whatever. One of the versions when you download, let me see, let me go to it. Download MP3 audio or a WAV audio file or video. The video is not what you think. You don't get no animated video or nothing like that. It just gives you like a still background and then has your music playing. You know, it's nothing. I don't know why they even have that option, but the WAV file is the cleaner audio version, and you have to be paying the monthly subscription to download it as a WAV file. Even if you paid for it already and quit paying for it, if you come back and you're not paying pro, they won't let you download in the WAV format. But you can still download in the MP4 format. But yeah, it's not a bad price. That's I'm a cheapskate, you know, and it's like, ooh. And I went with it because I got tired of fighting YouTube over their music, because I would make a video and then I'd spend an hour or 2 hours going through their free music library trying to find music for my video, get it all edited in there, and then go to export the video for them to tell me, oh, copyright strike, you can't use this, you got to change that. And it's like, that came from your free list. I run into that problem almost every other video. So it's like, yeah, that's when I went to looking for some way to make my own. And then that's when I found Suno. That I got all the emails, because I started, I've had a couple of creators say, oh, they're gonna get you in the long run with that, you can't use that. And I'm like, man, so I can't, you know, I'm not monetized right now, but I don't want to have to delete my videos or take videos down in the future. So I called, or didn't call, I emailed the company and I was asking them, you know, what's the legalities here? You know, is this my music? Can I put it on YouTube? Am I gonna get copyrights? And I kept all the response that I got from them. I have all that in a folder with all my invoices. So I've covered my butt the best I can, I feel. So if they do want to hit me with it and say I can't do this or can't do that, then maybe I have something to hit Suno with. But for the meantime, it is what it is.
Lathe and Dremel chisel all the worries thin, carving out contentment from his struggles dim.
That's not bad. Y'all can't see the whole dang picture. Let me see. Switch this out. Uh-oh, I don't know if I switched. I can't see this one. Yeah, I switched. Yeah, that's why I want to get back out of the vertical and the horizontal. It'll show everything better. Get that off. Still got a little bit of light in there, but find the rhythm, let it show, creating sparks that brightly glow. There we go. That'll be all black light reactor, so that'll be cool. Alright, let's switch cameras. Get you off from getting dizzy. Wood speaks louder than the pain and carves a path that's joy ordained. Yeah, soldier, have a good day. And yeah, check into that Suno. Like I said, it's pretty cool. There's a few different AI apps for music. AI music apps out there. That's just one of the first ones that I got into, and it was one of the cheaper ones that I could find. So yeah, I kind of went with it. And like I said, I enjoy it. I feel it's part of my channel now. If I run out of the options I have in Suno, it's gonna mess me up. But so far, I got a couple of thousand songs made up, so I could rotate through my songs. But that's what I do. Each video, I try to make new songs specifically for that video.
Grumpy's hands, they shape the flow.
Oh, shaking up this. I got a neutral glow in the dark. It's gonna kind of dry clear, but it's not clear, but close to it. I'm gonna put that over just the visor and see how that looks. I kept talking about the pearlescence that I wanted to use and put over it, but that was if I was gonna do the whole thing with the UV epoxy. I've done that before. I'll mix up my colors in my paint thing and kind of paint them on with the UV resin and cure it as I go. But I don't have enough to do that right now. I got this little bitty 100-gram tube of it or bottle, and I'm probably got about a quarter of it left, if that. So I got to save that until I order some more. Got me some new colors coming for my blanks though when I go to making my clips. I went through Let's Resin. I think it was Let's Resin, and they had a I guess basically a sample pack of pretty much all their mica powders. It's like 60 different colors, and wasn't that expensive.
Laid back, digging through the grain, smoothing edges.
It's like 20 something bucks for that, and then yeah, I can't wait for that to get here, because it's got some the normal color, and then it's got some, what did they call it, interference colors. There's a couple of them that's gonna be neat to play with.
Creating sparks that brightly glow.
I ordered that and 7mm bushings for slimline pins. So now I just got to get me some slimline kits. And we'll be spinning some pins too. Stuff looks like Elmer's glue. That's what I gotta do, is make me some more molds. I haven't made any molds in a while. I don't know why I stopped making them, because I gotta let them cure some before I can turn them. Just that mess mixing that stuff, that works on my neck and my shoulders. As you got to sit there and stir that stuff for a lot. I stir it for a long time. It says stir up to like 7 minutes. I'll mix that stuff for like 7 minutes with my phone timer going, you know, and then I'll scrape everything, mix it again for another 7 minutes, and then I'll get my epoxy up to temperature before I pour my colors and stuff. So while it's sitting there warming up, I'll sit there and stir it several times.
Trace the grain so fine in every groove, a story divine.
All right, let's see how this works.
The scent of the wood takes stress away. Dust is dancing under workshop lights, crafting joy in the quiet night. Lay fired up and the dust is flying. Every turn feels like dreams are trying. Stress and pain melt far from sight. Cedar Wonderland feels just right. Cedar in each hand, oh what a day. The scent of the wood takes stress away. Dust is dancing dancing under workshop lights, crafting joy in the quiet night.
Wish the lathe was fired up. They got till the 7th. They say the shipping window is between the 3rd and the 8th, I think it is. I'll have to go back and look. Because, heck, I pull it up and it says arriving Sunday. And they ain't even shipped it from the factory yet. On my dust collection. I don't know, I just come out of nowhere talking about that.
Grumpy on the lathe, making sparks ignite. Cedar dust clouds, moon gives the only light. Therapy in the grain, hand shape it just right. Medication roll tight as a fist for the fight.
Still says arriving Sunday. I ordered it on the 23rd. This track package. Not even been shipped. It's got the order, and then you can move to the bubble for shipped, and it's almost at the shipped bubble, but just sitting there. And I called Amazon and said, hey, what's going on? Do I need to cancel and reorder or something? And they put me on hold forever. And oh no, sir, it's processing smoothly. You should get it right on time. But yeah, like I said, they ain't even shipped it from the place yet.
Stress face drifting in the cedar mist. Chronic pain ain't got nothing on this twist. Lighter in hand, flames kissing the night. Cedar roach clips, we're taking back alright.
So yeah, I'll give it to the date on the computer and then I'll just cancel it. I'm afraid if I cancel it and try to reorder it when I cancel and do the reorder, they'll process the damn thing right in the middle of me doing the cancel, and then that's gonna mess me up because that's in my own little personal account and I don't keep no money in that account. So there's only enough money in there for the purchases. So I'm afraid if I cancel it and try to reorder, they'll be processing it and then it'll be a double hit on my account and cause me daggum overdraft fees and stuff like that, and I'm trying to avoid that. Hey, good morning, Natalie. How you doing today? This stuff's gonna dry, you're not even gonna be able to see it, I don't think, but it's gonna glow. That'll be a cool part. I guess this one's just an instrumental. I was waiting for some words to come out in the song. I don't remember this one. Like I said, I drug over a couple of hundred songs off of my library and threw it on the playlist. That's like 300 songs that it can rotate through right now. Could be better, looks like I tore. Oh no, that sucks. I got my what do they call it, labrum? I think it's what they called it. It wasn't my rotary cuff, but it was one of them tendons or something up there in my shoulder. I I tore that thing. It was several years ago. It was, when I say several, it was right when COVID come, because I was going to physical therapy for it. Right about the time COVID was getting crazy, and I quit going to physical therapy because there was a lot of older people in the physical therapy, and I'm always real healthy, so I always thought myself to be maybe one of the ones that would carry it but not show symptoms or something, and that's just me being a worrywart, I guess. And I didn't want to get sick or get nobody sick, you know, so it's like, y'all give me my exercises, I'll do them at home. And yeah, I never stayed on top of my exercises, so my shoulder still messes with me, but yeah, that sucks. I hate that. But yeah, that's when I messed mine up. I messed mine up doing yard work. No one's supposed to be out there doing it any damn way, and then I hurt myself doing it. And like, yeah, go figure. Hey Matthew, good morning. Don't know how blotchy that's gonna look. Don't know how much of it's got like a dry brush effect or it's actually got a good coat, because I can't see it that good. We will see here shortly. That's not bad. All right, that's not really UV reactive. Let's see. Come on, I got a delay big time on my phone watching it. Yeah, you can't really see much right there, but it should glow in the dark good. It's soaking in. I gotta put more of a coat on there, I guess. There you go, that works for sure. But I mean, with me, like I said, I went long enough. I knew what all my exercises were supposed to be, and I even had my little resistance bands and whatnot for it. But it was just a matter of actually sticking with the routine and doing what I was supposed to do. That was my bad part of it. I didn't stay with my exercises. Trying to make sure I get enough of this on here good. I don't want any spots that I missed.
Grumpy's got the cedar jam spinning like a top. Roach clips shining so clean they never want to stop. Workshops wild and messy, stress don't belong. We're flipping this chaos into a cedar spin.
I'll let this dry, and then I'll try to put some more over top of that maybe. I want it to glow brighter than what it's glowing.
Laugh it up, the mess will stay. Spinning cedar keeps the stress away. Wood chips flying, sawdust in the air. Grumpy's in his zone like he just don't care. Cedar's got the groove, it's spinning.
I tried to use Miss Frances's affiliate link for Let's Resin on the pigments that I ordered, but I didn't have the cash to do my order. I had Amazon gift card money on my Amazon account, and I don't know if she's an affiliate through Amazon. If she's an affiliate through Amazon, then she'll get a little credit that way, because I know she's got some stuff linked on her videos that links in through Amazon. And I know if you're an affiliate and you have your Amazon links out and people click your link to get into Amazon, anything they order in their cart gets credit to your link. And so I did go through her Amazon link that way and ordered the pigment, but I had to go to the Let's Resin's Amazon page. Hey, good morning, Share Bear. I had to go to her page that way, so I don't know if she's got that Amazon affiliate or not. But next stuff I get, I'm gonna make sure I got cash in my account and go through her actual, because I tried to put in her, I think it's Francis 10 was what it said her code was, but when I put that in on the Amazon site, it was an invalid code. Oh, some coffee. Oh goodness, it's going to be a day. Can't be too bad. Let's see, I'm going to end up having to put a different color in there. I don't like that. Oh, stand up, bro. Where's my flashlight at? Stress and pain, they fade away when the lay begins to play. So today is my boy's 19th birthday, and then Sunday will be my 18th. I wish it was my 18th birthday. Y'all listen at me. Sunday will be my 49th birthday. There you go. I was thinking about him being 18, turning 19, what made me say 18th. In this shop, joy is found. Sawdust dances, golden haze, echoes of simpler, quieter days. Like and subscribe, enjoy the view. Every spin brings something new. In this space where art is born, cedar whispers, hearts are warm. Stress and pain, they fade away. Where was that hide? I thought I got all my colors out of here. With every spin, peaceful moments deep within. Oh, I just found more color, y'all. I got some black light pink. Good question. No, it's just stuff from Walmart. You go to their craft section. I don't know how much of it they still got now, but it's just neon acrylic. It's neon acrylic, so it's blacklight reactive, and then they have glow in the dark acrylic. I don't have any. This for the helmet visor I used. It's a neutral glow in the dark, but it's not. It's soaking in right now, and it ain't bright. Ooh, shit! I just threw that paint at me. I wasn't holding it good. I went to shake it and threw it right at me. But it's not intense enough. I want it to glow more. And so, oh, thank you. And so I'm
motion, no space.
I'm having that internal battle. That's why I can't even talk and focus, as I'm trying to debate right now on how I want to color it all up. Because I'm at that point, it's like, okay, now everything else I do to me is gonna make or break the project. You know, it's like, it's good, but it's like less is more, but I want more because I want the picture to be more. So, yeah, my brain's firing all different directions, and I was like, shit.
Subscribe to the vibe, wood grain on the line, from the forest to the hands, this art divine. Roach clips shining each one.
Yeah. And that's what you watch some of Jordy Johnson's older videos when he's doing his gnome homes and stuff. Well, not even his older ones. Anytime he does his gnome homes and stuff like that, you'll see him mix up his paint and everything and then put it in the windows. He gets some this is old epoxy, that's why it's colored so bad. But he'll get him some 5-minute epoxy, and this is just some JV Weld 5-minute, I don't know. But he'll mix his epoxy up and then put his paint and stuff in there to color that epoxy, and then puts that into his little windows, you know, and that gives it that glassy gloss look, makes it look like you got glass in the window, you know what I mean? And you can do your color into that. I don't know, you can use just a little bit of paint. Hey, good morning, Aaron. Yeah, it's not very expensive. I think when I bought most of mine, I think they were just like $1.97. But I mean, that's been a few years ago. Like I said, I don't go to the store much, and then I don't use a whole lot of paint. And now right here, I mixed up more than what I would normally use because I was mixing my color to make that color, so I didn't want to run out because I wouldn't be able to match it again if I had to mix up more. You know, that's about the only time I really get wasteful with my paint. Other than that, I'll just put a couple of drops in my paint thing and then get a coat, because so yeah, it just lasts longer. I'm frugal, y'all. I'm cheap. Not cheap, I'm just on a budget, so I gotta be cheap. There you go. I want that brighter. I'm seeing how bright it's gonna glow. It should be dried up pretty good. I want that to glow like I want whoever buys this thing, I want this thing to be able to sit on their wall, and then when they turn the lights off at night to go to bed, I want that helmet glowing at them. Ooh, no, that's definitely, if I paid $15 for a tube of paint, that's gonna be drop at a time. I'm gonna get every bit of my money's worth of that. Yeah, glow paint and the epoxy, that'll work. That's got a little bit of glow on the screen, but it just... It's dry enough. I put another layer of that neutral, or... Should I leave it the neutral or add a little yellow glow to it? That's my question right now. Or mix a little bit of the yellow glow and the neutral glow to maybe thin the yellow down some.
Grumpy laid back, sitting in his shed, scuffling with the wood piece in his head.
I think I'm just gonna straight up have some yellow on there. Hey, good morning, Steve. I gotta watch your video with your little laser thing that you got. I saw that pop up. I'm very interested in some of them little laser deals. My wife does, she does cross stitching, and she bought some wooden ornaments. They weren't real big. They're about the size of little coasters maybe, and real thin, but they got the holes burnt all through them, you know, perfectly in their little square grid for the cross stitch. I want to be able to make my own boards like that for her, She has, she would order them, and they would cost her, I think it was $18 or something for a set. And but she was getting them from the Ukraine, and all that crap going on, it's made them real expensive. So I want to try to be able to do my own for her. Like I said, she still has some that she hasn't done. So I was wondering if there was a program that I could use that might be able to scan that and then make an image to where I could burn new ones.
Crafting cool creations on two hands. Grumpy's therapy, never underhanded.
That's one of my goals with my channel. Anything that I start making off my channel, I want to start saving up so I can get one of those. I might do that, Steve. I have to get up with you. It might be just after the holidays, but because I think it's a little bit too late this year for me to try to do anything like that for. But most definitely, I'll shoot you an email and see what you can do. Because they're not real big pieces. They're small. It's like, I think one's like a Christmas tree, another one's like a little bell shape and a snowman shape and stuff like that. But they have the holes, you know, burnt in them strategically, you know, perfectly placed so her patterns will line up. And like I said, she stopped doing it, and I think she has a complete set that's not done. So like if there's a way to scan it or something like that, I can go from there. I tried to make one for her on my drill press one time. that didn't work out. We had a lot of time in that. We took a piece, drew it out, and then I cut it out, and then we sat there and I gridded the dang thing out and then put the little dots on the board just right, and then I went to try to hold it, you know, and then line the drill press up and start doing. Was doing real good, but then I got off on a few of the holes, and something like that, you can't be off on the holes. Right, yeah. I done good. I probably had, and that's the crazy part, because one of them little ornaments, it's got a couple hundred holes in it for sure, and I probably had maybe a quarter of it done, and it was looking nice and straight. And then all of a sudden one got off. I'm like, oh, come on. I got straight again. Then another got off. Then another. Then I started getting frustrated, and it was over. And my wife, she tried to do it. And I told her, I said, it ain't hard, you can do it. That was the whole reason we bought the drill press, was for that reason. You know, I was like, hey, we can make those. That ain't gonna be bad. It was a little more than what I thought. But hey, got a drill press in here now. So that works. I use it for my spoons when I make my little dab spoons. Right. And I've kind of learned not to bring it to air too. It's like, as soon as oh, that won't be hard to do. Oh, you kicking yourself in the butt as soon as you say it. It's always been my experience most of the time.
Welcome to the shop where the sawdust flies, wood lace spins, splinters baptize, epoxy drips, bonds like ties, roach clips stack high as skies. Pain medication, hand steady.
Good morning, Robin.
Therapy rolled up, call it meditation. Sessions live, hit the vibe, concentration. Like, subscribe, build the foundation. If we're lucky, Alien will slide.
My wife should be up this morning earlier.
Cosmos we ride.
My son don't do birthday cakes or nothing like that. Well, he just started eating cake. He never really liked it. He was more, heck, for his birthdays, he never had birthday cake. He's always had donuts. He's liked the donuts better. We've stacked donuts and made them into the shape of cakes, and we've done all kind of crap. But he's still living here at home. And so the wife wants to go get him some donuts before I take him to class this morning. So she's gonna get up, get dressed, go into town, hit the bakery, and then get home before he's up and moving. That way he can have his donuts for breakfast.
If we're lucky, Alien will slide.
Our little Milton Bakery is famous for their donuts. I can't eat them as much no more because the grease, like I said, my gut does not process grease, and it does not like me when I try to eat grease. I stay away from the donuts these days. Donut holes was my jam. Ooh, I love some donut holes. Yeah. This right here is glow in the dark. What I'm using on the visor alone is glow in the dark, but then all the other colors is, let me get this done real quick and I'll shine the light on there for you. The rest of the colors are black light reactive, like the red and the 13, the green, the blue, and the orange in the suit. That'll all glow under UV or black light. But the helmet right here, this is actual glow in the dark paint. It's got a layer of neutral on it first, and that just wasn't bright enough for me. And so I put this layer I'm putting a layer of yellow on top of it real thin. I didn't water it down or nothing. I just, you see what I'm doing, I'm just spreading it out thin. And that'll let the wood grain come through it a little bit. That's what I like too. You do it thin enough, the wood grain still pops through. But yeah, wood burned all that with my little wood burner. And then went through and did that. Now when I color stuff, I'll go through, and let me rinse off my brush. I'll go through and use, let's see, when I wood burn, most of the time when I add color, I'll go back through and use watercolors, because the watercolors definitely will bleed thin enough that your wood grain comes through, because let's see, I'm not one of those woodworkers who, oh gosh, you painted it, you ruined it, you know. I'm not one of those type, but I do love the natural beauty of wood, you know. So when I do paint something, I don't want to saturate it where I can't see that wood anymore. So I like how this works out, because I get color and then I still get the beauty of the wood. All right. So we got a little glow on the visor. That's what I want. That's glowing. But there you go. There's my black light hitting it. I don't know how much of it's in camera. Something that's not greasy would be nice. One of them turnovers or something would work if it's, as long as it's baked and not fried. Okay. Be careful. She's leaving now. But yeah, and then see, then the visor glows. I want the visor to glow brighter than that in the dark, and it probably will when it's completely dark. I have my shop light above me on, and so I have all that background light kicking, so it makes it look like it's not as bright. But I'm looking on the camera, it's glowing good still. Yeah. Let's see, let me do this again, y'all. My bad. Still. Dust therapy, It's that daggone when I try to do that faucet, that's catching up to me too. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna switch cameras. And then hold the black light back. I'm trying to get the whole daggone. Turn off the noisy alarm. Mess me up here. Here we go. Oh yeah, it's glowing good. And then the black light makes it all pop. It looks a lot better in person. The camera is picking up a lot of that UV light on the board itself. And then that's without. Yeah, that'll look good. Yeah.
What do we claim?
There we go. Yeah, I like that. Let me get my light back on.
Sharp as a shard, eyes like satellites orbiting the yard. Static in the veins, transmission garbled, made in pain.
There we go.
Carved from the marble. Dust therapy, breathe in the pain. Meds roll tight, spark in the
I gotta add a little bit of color down here in his box still for his little plugins. And then I've gone up to the shop and they let me take a few pictures, and then I got some stickers for inspiration because I was like, yeah, I'm taking me some. I asked them if I could take some pictures for some inspiration, and they brought me out some stickers. I was like, oh yes, that will work. Because this basically their astronaut guy. Come on, get off the board. He's kind of like got that generic shape to him. Yeah, so I'm trying to get that kind of. It's that kind of guy into my pictures, and then because they're Planet 13, a lot of their pictures, it'll be the quarter planet, like the sliver moon here, and with the 13 in it, and then you'll have how can I describe it? Like, heck, I'm getting all tied up trying to say what I'm trying. Don't mess my stickers up. I dropped them.
Like a landscape scenery, you know, like one of them's got a bunch of palm trees and everything in there, but then it's got the little astronaut guy hanging out somewhere in the picture. You know, he might be leaned up against the palm tree somewhere, and then you got that 13 off kind of distant in the background, but there, you know, and then you have the shot of the guy just doing something. Like one of them, he's laid up on an old steam train. You know, and another one's a bunch of palm trees with some water in the background. You know, just a bunch of different sceneries like that, but the little astronauts posed up in them here and there with the 13 logo in there.
Trapped like a fossil, spinning these tools, therapy colossal, aliens peeking.
Oh yeah. That's all my boards that I do. Anything I do with color, it's got that glow in the dark. Just for that black light effect. Yeah, I was one of the stoners, I guess, when I was younger. I had the black light set up, and all the fluorescent stuff strung up across the room, and you flip the black light on, and it's like, oh yeah. Because yeah, back when I was younger, it was a little bit more than just the medical. It was herbal, but just say you had to go to a cow field to get it. And so yeah, a black light with all that going on. Oh yeah, that was a heck of a ride.
Aliens fly by, curious, no aggression. We tell them the deal, yo, subscriptions free, no question.
Oh goodness. Memories. Oh. Let's see. Now I still want to do, I'm gonna have to get a different board because I don't know how, I want to put this neon purple I really want to put that mixed into the background a little bit and then try to make it cosmic, but I'm afraid I'll just jack it up doing that. So I think I'm just gonna, for this piece here, I think I'm just gonna do my color right here and just leave it like that. And then I'm gonna take my torch and burn my edges, which will add some more color to it. Let's see where we go. Something like that here. I'm gonna come through and do that. And then when I clear coat it, I might even take some golden oak stain and wipe over all of it and then clear coat it, because then that'll darken this up, but then make the other colors kind of pop more. But yeah, that's kind of how I'll do it when I distress I like doing that little bit of, I guess it adds to that rustic folk art or whatever. I don't know how to do it. I like that little distressed look. And then I'm gonna get some black lights and put in my box. I need to do the lighting in my box better. I gotta move my phone mount up. I have about 5 or 6 inches to play with to bring my phone closer to the top of my box, which will also expand my view down here a little bit. And so I need to do that. And then once I get my mount up higher, I got to go through and figure out my light. I just have a little, like, I think it's like maybe a 12-inch little LED light bar up at one corner of my, yeah. Oh yeah, that would be cool. That's the bad thing about it. As long as I've played with this and been in this world and had my art and drawn and all that, I have never been able to draw those out. Those leaves, never. It's just my brain works against me. I go to do the little jagged edges on one side of the leaf, looks perfect. But then when I turn and start doing the zigzags on the other side of the leaf, I want to do them the same direction. And it's like like when I do my dashes, you know, it's like I get them going, but then sometimes my brain's fighting and wants to start doing the other way. Is when I draw them leaves, it every single time. But I'm trying to get at them better though, because yeah, I know the more I do it, and it'll even be my own. You know, they're like, "Yep, Grumpy drew that," so it'll be a good thing to a degree. But I get, what's the word? Oh, I'll be polite. I get a little crazy on. I want to be a perfectionist, but I can't do a damn thing perfect. So that messes me all up on my artwork. I'll hate it to no end, you know, and not want to do nothing with it, throw it away, bury it or whatever. But then anybody that sees it will be like, "You fool, what are you doing?" I mean, that's awesome, but I don't see it that way. I think that's all of us in our own artistic way. Lost in creation, feeling fully whole. Epoxy drips clean, locks the vibe in time. Therapy eternal, sculpted line by line. Pain fades silent. I guess we are our own worst critics. Aliens tracking thoughts, feeling so divine. And then when I draw, I can't draw nothing fluid. I'm like a sketch artist. I sketch as I draw, and so my lines will start off kind of wild and ugly, and I'll rush through that a little bit and kind of get an idea, because I got to get, I'll see it in, okay. My head fires 100 miles an hour. I'm one of them people that's got that little narrator in his head that's constantly telling a story or something about how the situation is. You know, my brain's never quiet. And when I'm doing my art, it's the same way. I'll see what I want, but my image is changing my brain so fast, I can't get the daggum stuff onto the wood or onto paper quick enough. and then I start, I'll start off drawing it one way, and then I'm looking at it another way in my head, and then another way in my head. But if I have a reference, I'm a lot better. But trying to throw it from my brain to paper real quick, like that's why I gotta sketch it out real fast so I can get that rough blurred image down, and then I start tuning that up some, and that way it can't change on me. That's what I'm trying to babble out.
Anxiety dissolves, sawdust in the air. Lathe hums a hymn like it don't have a care. Tools talk to him, whispers in the grain. Creation's the cure. Washes out.
Good morning, PK. How you doing, sir?
Like and subscribe. Come and catch the vibe. Grumpy's workshop, where the cosmos collide. Aliens watching, they peep through the sky. Crafting universes with a gleam in his eye. Glue sets like time, bonding worlds anew. Sparks from the sander light a galactic view. Blueprints of peace etched deep in the wood.
I'm here. I want this weekend to come and go. Birthday weekend, and just to be real with you, it's the only good thing about it this year is my YouTube stuff and my YouTube adventure. That part of life is going great. Other than that, real life wanting to kick me in the nuts, and I'm tired of getting kicked in the nuts. That's about the best way I could put it. So yeah, I want this weekend to come and go. Move on. Actually, I'll be glad when Christmas comes and goes, New Year comes and goes. I want 2026 to just be something incredible. Hey, Spike. Good morning, sir. How are you doing?
Aliens watching, they peep through the sky, crafting universes with a gleam in his eye.
All right, Natalie. Have a good day. Be safe out there. Stay warm. It's gonna be something, cause I know yeah. I've sat in my corner too long. I've sat in my little hole. I've had my pity party. Ain't nothing gonna change. It just, so I got to do different. I know that. I got to do different. And I'm wanting to focus on my YouTube and stay busy with that and get everything going. That's what I'm getting in a funk waiting on this daggum dust collector, because it's like I'm dead in the water. I'm just getting my stuff set up how I like it with my music and whatnot. I know, unfortunately, right now with the way YouTube's going, using my software with my music, I don't get as many views. But right now, I care, but I don't care. I'm not gonna lie. I want my YouTube to make me some money. I'm broke, and so I can, at least just get my channel stuff paid for, you know what I mean? Pay for my sandpapers or stuff like that, little things like that, because it adds up. Because like I said, my broke butt's on that disability budget, and the wife gets all my check every month, which is how it should be. But she gets all my check every month, and I get $250 out of that, and that's supposed to cover my herbal and all that mess, and then any kind of side money that I need. If there's something that I want, sandpaper or something like that I got to take that out of my $250. So some people say, oh, that's a lot of money. It seems like it is, but it ain't. My CBD alone is it's like $89 for a bottle of the stuff that I take, and that lasts me. I break the doses down, and I'll make that bottle last me a month and a half to 2 months, and it should only last me a month. But that's got to come out of my 250, you know. And then my flour, you know, that stuff's not cheap. Insurance does not pay for it. I wish they did. It would be so much better. Or they finally let us grow our own for medical. That would just be awesome right there. That would solve all my daggone problems. Because I would grow my CBD as well as my regular flour. But no, state says we can't do that. Greedy ass Republicans. Hey, good morning, my dog. I'm trying to get there, PK, on the different platforms. That's one thing I am learning, because I would love a little bit of maybe, I don't know, sponsorship, but just maybe to be able to work in some affiliate links with my channel. And I am hearing from other YouTubers that they tried doing that, and all they had was just YouTube, and nobody would email them back, or nobody would respond to them, or they would shut them down. And then when they jumped out on Instagram and TikTok and stuff like that, that all of a sudden the companies that they were trying to work with was beating their door down through emails saying, hey, you want to do this? Hey, you want to do that? You know, I don't want to be a sellout or nothing like that, but they want to send me something, send me a lathe to review or something like that. Shoot, Grumpy will do it in a heartbeat.
Grumpy carving galaxies, push the limits of sight. Bright edges, lights a strobe light glow.
I'm not a fool. If I can get a free tool, send me a free tool. I'll give you my honest review on it. But that's just it. It's got to be my honest review. You know, I don't want no biased review just because y'all give me a tool. I got to give you a positive review. No, I won't do nothing like that. But send me something, I'd dang sure make a video or two of it. I just, with the other social medias, it just gets overwhelming. I'm a creature of habit. I don't even know how to go through Facebook and do all the little things in Facebook that most people do. I don't mess with it. You know, it was just drama. You know, the only reason I'd get in Facebook was for Carbon Fusion and then Kindred Spirits, and then heck, since I got into the YouTube aspect of it, I don't hardly get into the Facebook part no more. I just took and cleared my old Instagram that I had. And I didn't have no content or nothing in it, and so I redid it to a Grumpy's LaidBak Carvings Instagram, and I got, I think, just 2 or 3 little posts in there so far. But I'm gonna try to get some reels and stuff put onto that, and just grow that up a little bit. And then I'm on the fence about trying to start paying for my editing software instead of using the free version, but that's gonna put me at $30 a month coming out of my 250, because that's just it. My Suno that I pay for, that $10 a month, that comes out of my 250. I don't get to pay for that out of the regular account. So yeah, that's what Grumpy just got to. That budget gets tight. Oh yeah, YouTube's for sure. Cause I mean, it's like heck. You even open up, you go into the studio and start looking at the analytics and stuff like that, I get lost. I'm like, what the, I see the little graph, but then it's a million different colors jump in there and it's like, what's all these colors? Squirrel. I get lost and overwhelmed looking at all that, you know. It's like, I'm not gonna try to follow that, because people say, oh, you can see when they watch and when they do this and when they do that. And I've just heard be consistent. You know, whatever you do, be consistent at what you're doing. So that's like when I started, I was dropping 2 videos a week. I would drop a video Wednesday and I think it was Saturday or Sunday. And then once it got hot, I couldn't work as much in here to keep steady with the content. So I backed off to 1 video a week. And then with the lives, I was random as heck with the lives. And then the only thing that I've gotten kind of consistent with is these early morning lives. You know, because that's about the only time that I can schedule and it not interfere with the home schedule. You know, everybody's still asleep, so it's not like, hey, can you go do this for me? And I have to tell y'all to hold on or something. About the only time that happens is when the dogs start waking up, and that's my normal window. My window is supposed to be 5:30, 7:30, you know, so. Once 7:15, 7:30 starts rolling through, then that's when I start getting interrupted with the animals and whatnot. And everybody waking up and stuff here. Hey, Mike, come on. If I was still a night owl, I'd do a late night and just do it like that. But I don't stay up late no more. I start getting tired 9 o'clock. Heck, I can go lay down 8:30 and probably go to bed, but I'm gonna wake back up at 4 o'clock for sure. All right, I think I'm done with that. That guy ain't gonna get no more paint. He's good. Woo! 10 degrees? No, sir. You can keep that mess. If it was 10 degrees, my happy butt would not be out here. Nope, nope, nope. I'm in my garage and it is not really insulated. I mean, I've halfway insulated it here and there, but the garage door itself, I can look at that and still see light outside. I got big gaps. Wind and stuff, it gets breezy in here sometimes. Spike and Mike show. There you go. I think we all got our own little sprinkle of ADHD, whatever y'all want to call it. I've never been clinically diagnosed with it, but I dang sure know I got it. I was tested and stuff when I was a kid because I had issues in class. They would say that, hey, good morning, Deland. They'd say that I was daydreaming or something like that. That was how I focused, you know. I can't do, like if I'm trying to learn something, I got to have a radio or something playing. There's got to be something else going on. I'll be fidgeting with something while I'm doing this, or I'm drawing while I'm taking notes. That's just always been how I've done. But my son, he got tested and stuff, and he sure enough has it. And that shit gets passed down, and the wife don't have anything like that, so it's all my crazy ass. This is gonna be good, y'all. I like that. I said now I want my black lights in my box, so I ain't got to keep using this flashlight. But yeah, I'll burn up my edges. I got a little bit of glow right there. I'll try to buff some of that out. Or I might just put a little bit of that neutral glow and just kind of smear that around for a cosmic effect on it or something. I'm not sure.
Who cares the cost? Swap the pain for purpose. Turning sorrows gray.
Well, that's just it. That's who does that. There's one of them TikToker YouTuber guys. I love the way he does it. He says, "Oh, in today's little thing, and when we talk about a touch of the tism," you know, I like the way he words that because it is ADHD, autism. It's all spectrum based. You know, just because one person's ADHD and act this way doesn't mean because you act this way you're not. You know what I mean? You know, everybody's got their own little area, you know. Yeah. But I'm sure I'd keep them busy with them tests for a while. I said we all got a touch of the tism, as I like to hear. That's like I said, that's the way that one guy says it, and I believe it's true. Patterns emerge like ancient lore. Hands know the dance. Because yeah, that's always been. Yeah. it's a superpower and it's a kryptonite all in one. It's a tickle little beast to balance. Uh-oh, I guess the pups are up. Yeah, the pups are up. Get off of him now. Quit. You got in trouble yesterday. I gotta let my dogs out. The daggone big dog, she's blue heeler, lab, pit bull. Go, it's wet, go. And the herder, she's got massive herding instincts. And so when the little dog gets out there and starts doing stuff, she runs and starts pulling on him and trying to push him and herd him into going where she wants him to go. He's 16, he's an old little guy. She's 3 times his size. And he was coming in from across the yard last night, and then she was on the other side of the yard, and I told him, to come on. And so she went to doing her herding instinct and tried to bring him inside, and he's trotting somewhat quick towards the door, and she come running wide open from across the yard and just freaking hit him like a linebacker. His little old ass rolled across the yard a few times. I had to get on to her. And she gonna hurt his old ass. Come on, man. He snuck in before she did. He said, "Help me, Grumpy, help me. Come here, let me dry you off. It's wet. Come here." Go inside. Come on. Come here. You got to get dried off. Come here. Come here. Come here. She don't like a towel either. Come here. I can get you right there. She gets wet and she cowers down when I go to dry her off. She doesn't like to be dried off, but she can't go inside wet.
Spin the clip tight, stress gets erased. Dust clouds rise like ghosts in the space. Does therapy, pain be gone? Colors swirling, work till dawn. Stress dissolves, it don't belong. Does therapy?
All right, y'all. I'm gonna have to set this down. It's about that time. Oh, snot. I got to get into that. Thank you for that. You just reminded me. I was waiting for my money to hit so I could make my donation. That's what you're talking about, right, Spike? For Just Car Raw for Shop Inspector?
Subscribe to the vibe, let the love inspire. Shavings in the air, a workman's choir. Grumpy spins the world in cosmic fire. Dust therapy's the fix, lift spirits higher.
Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, I was when Jordy dropped that first video and was talking about it, I didn't have my funds in there. Everything was tied up for the dust collector, and I had to wait for my 250 to get deposited. But yeah, I'll definitely get in there. I got to drop my boy off at class this morning, excuse me, and hit the post office. And when I get back, I will definitely get into there. Another bag on my lawn. Oh yeah, it's awesome. That's what I said. I love this community. That's one thing for sure. This community is an awesome community. There's so many awesome creators. It's not just woodworkers out there. Like I said, I don't classify it as a woodworking community no more. I just call it the creator community. There's so many awesome people out there doing resin work, just everything. Hey, the way he was talking about her still being in good spirits too. I remember I heard him in his video when he had said he had took her outside because with her, not having access of her behind end, took her outside to go to the bathroom and stuff. And he said she seen the squirrel and drug herself across the yard chasing the dang thing. Oh yeah, man, you get her in one of them little scoots, she's gonna have a blast with it. So that's a must. So yeah, when I get home, I'll definitely look at what I got and do my donation for sure. But y'all, it's 7:30. I need to shut this down. Like I said, it's my boy's birthday in there today, so I'm going there and hang out with him before he gets to class, and then do what I got to do. So yeah, I might get back on a little bit later with a short live. I'm not sure, but most likely I'll just be back in the morning. But I got that one pretty much done. The board that I've been working on. So, like I said, I'll de-stress the edges with the torch and do the rest and clear coat it, and then I'll put a post up of a finished product. But appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I hope everybody has an awesome day. Stay awesome, stay laid back, and God bless everybody. Thank you.